Welcome everybody to the DRL Singapore Grand Prix. The Singapore GP will take place at the Marina Bay Street Circuit. It is an incredibly technical high-speed track consisting of 23 challenging corners, 3 DRS zones, and a speed trap on the start-finish straight. Singapore is has arguably one of the most spectacular sights on the F1 calendar, with the city's beautiful skyline being the backdrop for the track, which is a pretty lit. Lights look beautiful. The track also offers it's very difficult challenge to the drivers. It's very high speed, constantly moving the wheel, and there's also lots of straights, so lots of opportunities for overtakes. So a very technical lap for the drivers, and very high speed and intense. So it's going to be an interesting race. Anyway, we're about to go into quali. Let's see how it goes today. It's going to be quite a wide range of gap in the race, I presume. I was close to timing that. Right. It was close. All right. Here we go to qualifying. Night circuit always looks beautiful. Thomas Fink showing pace ready. We have a new driver in the Mercedes reserving, Cortez 44. He said it was very quick today, so let's see how he does in quali. Although I do believe him saying something. He's actually going to give up on quali, and he's going to rely on race. Welcome, Kyan. Hello to the stream. Cortez is replacing you today, man. I can't believe you left us. Anyway, let's get on the onboard of Count Mutley here. Wait, is Count Mutley not out? Who's the one going out? Oh, there he is. There we go. There's Count Mutley having a great time. Uh-oh. Alright. Well, there's been a spin at the pit lane between a Williams and a Haas there. Absolutely no idea what's going on there. Honestly, I just think we can all mutually agree to just not talk about it. Anyway, he does seem to be going. And plan to join. It's unlucky, bro. It's unlucky. Don't worry. We're here for you. And I hear the drivers come away. A lot of people on the medium tyres here. Quali always seems to be the fact. And Haas already missing a wing. Man hasn't even come out of the pit straight. Anyway, just behind him, there seems to be a full-on battle going on. He's got the whole gang behind him. Hey, Ralph, now I'm glad to have you. And there you go. He parks in the apex. It's seeming to get in everybody's way, man. It's qualifying, not race. He hates to be an absolute menace to society. Wow. The Red Bull does seem like is it Upsy? Only the first one to set their lap. Let's see what they can do today. Anyway, looking a bit more towards strategy. It's either a 2-stop or a 1-stop, starting on the mediums or the hards, and then moving on to the mediums or the hards. Which way you want to start. But medium hard is the 1-stop strategy, or you can go soft, medium, soft, I believe. Or soft, medium, medium? Yeah, it's very difficult. And also, Singapore has a high chance of rain as well, which means be quite a difficult circuit. Here goes Upsy for his first lap. The first corner is very difficult. You got to cut that really first corner super aggressively, and I ride that orange curve, but you can get a nice line through. It can gain you massive amounts of time. Upsy didn't get a perfect line through there, but it is decent. Singapore, you can really maximize your speed in all the little places, you could say. Anyway, Thomas Fink is the man to look out for here, cutting it super aggressively, getting over the right on the orange. Getting a nice turn in. Definitely didn't carry as much speed through there as he possibly could have, unfortunately. Seems Cortez has said he'd do what he'd do. DNFing, dying in quali. Just behind Thomas Fink is the AlphaTauri of Shuck. What a guy. Anyway, Thomas Fink lighting up the timesheet with the purple Sector 1 on the medium compound tyre. Upsy coming into the second sector, coming to the end of the second sector now. It's a bit of a wheel spin on that exit there, which definitely isn't the best. Anyone? That's a purple sector 2. Can someone tell me if the stream looks okay, by the way? Because I just can't tell. Alright, here we go. Upsy coming into this very difficult sector in the end of the lap. Doesn't cut that curb as aggressively as he possibly could have. Cool. Awesome. And here he goes into the final funny chicane area, coming into the final penultimate corner to set the first lap in qualifying. Here he goes. Just about. He avoids track limits. Oh, tragic, bro. Anyway, Thomas Fink is just behind. He's here to show everybody how it's done, what time we're going to get for the first finish time of quali. As Thomas Fink's done. He actually invalidated Miley, setting a benchmark of a 36.2. Not as fast as he'd probably like, but that is what he's stuck with for now. Another driver invalidated. Being a street circuit is very difficult to keep it on the track. As I said, very intense, high-speed track. Lots of brain work. I mean, if you're at Singapore, it's a bit like Monaco, where you've not really got time to stop and think. Yeah, you're just constantly pushing. And it's so easy to get in time at the small places. I feel like we're going to see a very large gap in pace. And strategy as well. Some people running with 2 stops. Some just a 1 stop, and there's definitely a safety car today, so we could see a difference in strategy on that as well. So some of the front runners could really lose out today, and if you get a bad quali, you could definitely still gain as Shaq locks up and goes into the runoff area, which is why they're there. So obviously they're working well. Let's look at Arian as it does invalidate his lap. Is he going to go for that? Was a 36.9 before he invalidated. He has lifted off. He's going to go around again, possibly get a fresh set of tires. We'll see. Yeah, this track's honestly just so bloody hard. It really is difficult. And even if you can get around it in one piece, it's difficult to get around it in one piece and get the speed, get the strategy all sorted while you're doing that. Because it's arguably one of it's the most intense track, I'd say. Really high speed. Lots of different strategy options. You got to think about that as well. A lot of people disagree, but I felt with all the long straights and the large pace difference, we'll see the cars get quite bunched up, and we'll see quite a few battles today. So that's going to be quite stressful for the drivers. Also, we could possibly see wet weather. I can't see the weather report. But I do believe Singapore very often gets a bit soggy. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how that goes. Who's going for a lap? Sad. Let's have a look at him. You see, Sad, he's been trying to get Singapore on our schedule for quite a while now. And he's finally got his bid. And he said that he'd get in the podium with a 6-second penalty. So we're going to be keeping an eye on him today. See if we can hold him up to his word. He does say he is the official Singapore maestro, you could say. Anyway, we'll see what he can do here. Since he's very well known for being the guy to borderline get disqualified for track limits. So let's see what he can do here. Let's keep a very close eye on him. See what he does. As Jesse puts himself into P2 with 37 dead. Anyway, here goes Sad on the medium compound tyre into turn 1. I'd say a little bit too much power on the exit there, which hasn't given him the perfect line. Has lost him a little bit of time. There's a Ferrari going slow. Not sure if that's on purpose or not. But no, he's just chilling. He's relaxing. Miley comes out again on the medium compound tyre. Not sure why. It's not really like he's going to improve over his soft time. But we'll see. Thomas Vink here is also coming to actually get a lap after getting invalidated in his first lap time. Here he goes. Definitely going to be one of our quickest drivers today. As well proven by these couple of turns. You can already see he's on it. Really proving that Singapore, yeah, I mean, we saw in 2018 with the Mercedes. That Mercedes is super slow. Singapore's the kind of track where you can do all these little things to just make your lap time that much better than everybody else's anyway. Thomas Vink getting a bit of oversteer on the exit there, but getting a purple sector 2. It's getting looking like it's going to be incredibly fast lap as this does light up my timesheets. What a guy. Incredibly close to the wall there, riding the curb like an absolute G. Here he goes into the final part of the track. Can he keep the car tidy coming into the penultimate corner, coming across the start finish straight, coming across the line? He spins off the exit, but does get the fastest lap backwards. What a guy with a 35.5 while going backwards over the line. What a G. I don't think I've seen that before. He's running with it, bro. Man's just went over the line fully backwards. What a flex. Nearly over 6/10 clear of Count Muttley. Really proving people seem to be struggling to get just the lap, but Thomas Vink is on it. But even Thomas Vink, one of the better drivers here, getting caught out in the final corner. The rear end's losing all grip and kicking out from under him. And getting provisional pole backwards. What a guy. That is brilliant. Anyway, let's have a look at Upsy here, who also invalidated. He's done it again. Upsy has invalidated again, unfortunately. Let's see if Shaq can finish his lap here, as he's just come out of turn 3. Let's see if he can improve his time, as he's currently at the back of the grid. Another driver who invalidated, Arian, currently P2 in the standings, 21 points behind Thomas. Really looking to just maximize the best he can, fighting up against the GOAT himself, Thomas Vink. We'll have to see what can he do. Can he put a mount a fight on him? And as we've seen, somebody has crashed under the bridge there. There is debris. Not too sure who that was, to be fair. I didn't see yellow flags or anything pop up, but someone has bended under the bridge. And here goes Arian for his lap here. See if he can keep it clean, because that's mostly what's going to be important here. I mean, if you can actually just get a semi-decent lap in, you're set to go quite high up the grid here. As everybody's struggling to find pace, especially Counterfeit here, who's quite a long way off the nearest person in qualifying. As Arian seems to go a little bit deep there, nearly touching the wall, incredibly close, trying to maximize the time the best he can. But he is still going. Gets all the way right on that right curb, which you should do perfectly, just within track limits there. Not terrified at all. He's all or nothing today. Let's see what we can do as he comes into Sector 2. And he's looking pretty quick. He's still going in a straight line. This setup, you can get a lot of time here. Let's see if you can keep it clean and keep the car stable, as you can easily lose balance to this very, very tricky section here. Here goes. Manages to slow down the car perfectly and get to wonderful exit, running out wide, as you should do, since he is not only our host, but one of the better drivers here. Definitely could have gone a bit deep there. Rides the curb, which is a little bit too much, but it's still been a very clean lap so far. Let's see, what can he get his lap time anywhere near? Get himself up in them podium positions as he comes onto the bridge now. The debris has now been cleared. Great job, marshals. You guys must have been doing some good sprint exercises here. As Arian comes into the penultimate part of the lap. Can he keep it clean and not emulate what Thomas Vink did? Because this could be enough to get him ahead of Thomas Vink. But no, that is a 37.1, putting him up into P5. Nice clean lap on the medium tyre, slotting himself just behind Jesse in the Red Bull. What a guy. Anyway, here's Sharky in the Ferrari. Possibly spun somewhere, as he's just taking it casual, taking it slow. Shaq did get himself up into P7, 37.4, but not enough, considering there are medium runners quite a large distance ahead. Let's have a look at Lukadude here. Well, seems to be on a lap here, coming into the final part of the lap. Let's see what kind of time he can get, and can he keep it clean? We've been proven by Thomas Vink that you can completely lose the rear end here. Anyway, here comes Lukadude putting himself up into P2. Just 4/10 behind Thomas Vink, and a purple Sector 3. What a guy. Fantastic lap time for himself. Faded, you there? He's not I didn't know you were there, man. I thought you were changing out the keyboard, fam. Yeah. Man, you need to talk, bro. You know, when I'm need to interject, though. Man, okay. Well, as I expected, people are struggling. It's invalidation after invalidation, or just people struggling to find the pace. I mean, what do you think? Wait, stop, we can't hear you. Wait. Apparently we can't hear you. What's... Wait. Why can't we hear you? Wait, we can't hear Faded. Wait. Technical difficulties, guys. Why can't we hear Faded? Oh my god. Guys, thank you for telling me. Much appreciated. Faded, you're gonna have to continue from back where you were. It wasn't working. Yeah. So... Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm expecting with a mixture of strategy. Still can't hear? You being for real? Just Faded talk. Guys, I'm dead confused. I know why.
What?
There you go. You can be heard. Yeah. So see what Faded just said. That tie attempts are an absolute nightmare. Tracks bloody hard, bloody quick, bloody intense. So the lap times are all spread apart. You're managing your tires and that. So it's going to be a bloody hard quali, and then you got even more to deal with during the race because the tyres are going to be overheating. Strategies all over the place. Everybody's on different strategies. Safety cars, keeping in the lines, and keeping up the pace. And I'm convinced we're going to see quite a large range of different times coming into the race. This means people are going to kind of be slowing each other down. Some trying to get past. It's quite a difficult track to overtake on. You got 3 DRS zones and very long straights. But if they're quicker going into the corners, I don't think you're going to have to gain enough. And so we'll see what people can do here in the race as we come into the last minute of qualifying. I have to apologise for the audio difficulties. I've been working on the intro that none of you saw. Just to try and make this the best it possibly can, and by doing that, I've made it worse. Anyway, I mean, I've been seeing people get down in the 134s, so I was expecting people to be breaking into the 135s consistently, but people seem to be struggling way more than I expected. Yeah, I'm quite surprised. I know it's a difficult track, but I still thought people would still take their lap time. Just especially after the whole qualifying session. Going into I mean, there's not that many people out in track either, so I only want to see much more improvement. Really, we've got 30 seconds for everybody to get across the start-finish straight and get their lap times going. What do you think?
I think Thomas Vink will improve as he starts his lap now.
You want to read the line last lap backwards.
Yeah, I mean, if he backs out and he gets pole with that lap, that's going to be the biggest flex.
Yeah, we need people to. 5 grid penalty. What has Lucas done? He's had a bit of touch up someone's arse. That's unlucky for me. That's no wing. And Lucas was looking like quite an easy P2 there, but not anymore. Wow. Count Muttley, Count Muttley going bloody quick right now. Really been showing his pace over the past couple of weekends, especially after moving up into Tier 8. Really been practicing lots, putting a lot of effort in, a lot of dedication to get himself into them top 5 positions here as he comes around into the last couple of corners, and he is going to come face to face with a Haas tyre on the track. And here he comes across the penultimate corner. Can he get himself ahead of Thomas Vink here? No, just a 10th behind, but very, very, very good improvement there from Count Muttley. Can Thomas Vink stretch a little bit of a gap for the Mercedes behind? As here he comes through the bridge section. I find quite difficult to get right, but Thomas Vink seems to have completely down. Let's see what time he can get here. He invalidated, he turned in far too early. And Thomas Vink really showing his rage there, copying his Dutch, fellow Dutch Formula 1 driver, Max Verstappen, doing something very similar in Jeddah after betting it on the last lap. But that is going to close out qualifying with Thomas Vink on pole. Cut Muttley P2, like a bit of a G, really showing his pace. Only 2 tenths behind the man himself. Lucadou P3 by the 5 grid penalty. And Max, then Jesse, Arian, and landing alongside him is going to be Sharky and Shaq, then Mute, and then Mute alongside his teammate Da Vinci with a question mark. Very, very vital. Anyway, what do you think for strategy? Because you can do a 2-stop, but you can also do a 1-stop if you start in the mediums and you go to the hards.
There's going to be safety cars, which I think will change the. I don't think we'll. Honestly, I don't think we'll see any 1-stops being pulled out with the possibility of safety cars. I think that'll change strategies a lot. We'll see some 2-stops, 3-stops probably today.
But yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I mean, I don't think there's any point starting the mediums. I'd say start in the softs and just wait for a safety car. And then if not, you can work from there. And, you never know. There might even be a bit of a wet weather, which is quite common in Singapore. Very humid and very warm. So we'll have to see, We'll have to see. Well, I'm dreading the start, to be fair. I'm expecting at least 1 spin. Watch it.
Definitely gonna be more than 1.
Yeah. Welcome to the stream, man. Yeah. I'm convinced it's gonna be more than 1, but just minimum there's gonna be 1 spin at least. No way, not one. There's no way everybody gets through like the turn 1 clean.
Honestly, if everyone gets through turn 1 clean, I will be very, very surprised.
Goodbye, Kyan. Enjoy getting drunk. It was nice having you pop by. Man.
I can't do that yet.
Oh no, American. You have to wait until like 21, which is 25. No, it's 21.
21.
Man.
I have still have to wait 2 years to do it in freaking Canada.
Here they go for the formation lap. Cortez, currently reserving for Clan. He came into the Discord server, but very confident, He is fully convinced that he can go from last to first today. So, we'll see. But he is fully confident he can come last to first. Currently starting on the medium compound tyres. So presumably on the 1-stop strategy. Yeah, we'll have to see. What do you think? What strategy would you go for today?
I'd honestly start on the softs.
Same.
Draw that out for a safety car, which I mean we know it's bound to happen, really. And then pit under that.
Yeah, I mean there really aren't many soft runners. Only 6 today. Okay. Could happen. I mean, Luca has proved his pace quite a lot today. I'll go to $100. Faded much louder? Faded talk. Wait, everybody's been complaining about my levels. Your Faded is much louder, man. My bad. This has been so scuffed recently. I don't know. I've been away. I got home at like 6 o'clock. I've been working on the stream ever since. Anyway, that should be a tad better. And the race, we are about to get underway. So I've got to kind of be a little bit prepared here. So we're going to put that away. We're just going to start the race. We're going to go. No takers. Who's placing? Oh, Muttley wins. Who's placing bets against him? Goes to $200. I'm not betting against him. I think it's definitely possible. It's more relying on Thomas Fink's race. Scuffed stream, clean stream. Exactly. Who wants a good stream, man? Fady, I started last week. Would you like to do the start of the race this week?
I mean, I'm not prepared, so you can do it. I can wait until next week.
Okay.
If you need to.
Chat, I'm coming in strong. Please don't get scuffed up off the start. Alright. Alright, for like 5 lights. The wheels go very quickly. The drivers release their clutches, and away we go for the Singapore Grand Prix. That's a very nice start from Thomas Vink here. Arian going right around the outside, up into Peter, ahead of Jesse and Max. What a fantastic start from Arian there, getting up into P3. Really taking the advantage, going clean around the outside to Vinky. He's had a bit of a spin there, putting himself down all the way to the back of the grid. Thomas Fink getting a fantastic exit out of turn 3 there, and getting a large gap on the straight. Just behind him is Count Muttley. And Arian is immediately on the charge today, looking to get as many points as possible on the medium compound tyre. So to be able to keep up with these guys is going to be a much larger challenge on these on these harder compound tyres. I mean, what a start. Cortez also dropping down to P18. Yeah. A lot of spins, as we said. Counterfeit currently spinning on the mains, on the long straight. Jesse having a look at Arian here. Just gives him a little bit of a nudge up the gearbox. Unfortunately can't make the move stick, as it is very, very, very difficult to get past on this track. But Jesse is getting very, very close to Arian. This is fantastic for Count Muttley here, who can separate himself with a bit of a gap. Yellow flags again. Another driver spinning. That's obviously down all the way into P16 before the race, saying he hadn't practiced at all. And we haven't seen him in a while either. So he has retired. He's given up. Supposedly, maybe he's crashed. Mute and Shaq here having a bit of a duel. Mute unfortunately going off track, but still side by side with Shaq. Both of them randomly lifting. Shaq possibly looking to get into the pits, I presume. Presumably having wing damage, but that is a virtual safety car. Just on lap 2. What a start to the race.
It was an interesting start. Turn 1 surprisingly was clean. Davinci unlucky at the exit of turn 3. Looked like he may have had contact with his teammate. Shaq damaged his front right wing end plate, so that's why he's into the pits. Quite a few spins at the start. Upsy obviously retiring. Looked like it was probably went into the barrier there. Arian with a good start, gaining 2 positions, and Cortez as well getting 6 positions off the start.
Yeah, unfortunately Cortez didn't spinning in, but here we are away after virtual safety car. I'm going to have to keep an eye on Arian, who has Jesse right in his tail here, who seems very, very, very keen to get past, and he's definitely looking like he has the better pace today. Arian saying he wasn't feeling so confident at Singapore, but obviously with starting off with an amazing start around the outside, up into P3, did quite a good job so far. So we'll have to see what happens really. There's already a lot of field spread, quite surprisingly. Anyway, it is Sadal Fala on the hard compound tyre. Did boast about being the Singapore maestro, but it's just not going his way today. Anyway, here's Cortez. We haven't actually seen any of his pace so far. It's his first race with us here at DRL. He's saying he's gonna wipe the floor with everybody. Last the first. So we'll have to see what he can do here. But he has got a lot of clean air ahead of him. The next driver being 4 seconds ahead. So quite a rough start from Cortez, even though he's gone up from P18 all the way up into P11. Still got quite a way to go, but saying that, we do still have around 28 laps left of the Grand Prix.
Yeah, a good start for Cortez, 44. Up, obviously, as you said, from P18, VSC wouldn't have helped him in his chase down of Neil, who's in 10th in the Haas currently. But he looks pretty quick from what we've seen in his time trial times. He should be able to push, maybe get into the top 5, hopefully.
Yeah, anyway, here P10, P9 and P8 all battling. P8 position, Mute right on Vixel's tail, getting very, very close. Neil's just sat behind, relaxing, waiting for them to get a little bit too bargy and take advantage of this battle. So let's see what happens here. I feel like Neil's going to make a massive advantage of this. So we'll have to see what he can do. But he is struggling for pace compared to these two drivers in front. And on that topic, Luca and Max having a bit of a duel here, fighting for 6th position. Luca dude getting up into P6 after having a 5 grid penalty. Max obviously struggling, going a little bit deep into the bridge there. Luca dude getting away immediately. As Thomas Fink sets the fastest lap of the session. Nearly as quick as some people's qualifying laps. So anyway, here's Jesse right behind Arian now with the DRS. Can he make the move this next straight here as he gets quite a better exit? If he can carry the speed through this quite a quick section here, he could definitely make the overtake stick this lap. Anyway, here we go down the straight, opens the DRS, looks down the inside, side by side, now a full car length ahead, and that puts Jesse up into P3 and ahead of Arian.
Good move from Jesse. He got a good run, exit of turn 3, and it was just a simple run down that straight, which is, I'd say, is the main point for overtaking the other 2 straights. If you don't get as good of a run, you're not right behind, then you're not going to really make a move. That straight's long enough to make moves, and Jesse utilized that very well as he now chases down Count Muttley, who's keeping a good pace with Thomas Vink so far, only 2.2 seconds.
Yeah, and we were looking at battle earlier for P8. It seems it did get a little bit too aggressive as Vixel has pitted in for a new set of mediums, supposedly having wing damage, and that leaves Mute with no pressure at all as Niels has dropped quite far behind now. A lot of the drivers struggling, I'd say, struggling to keep it on track, struggling to get past other drivers. I mean, it takes a lot of effort to stay behind someone in this track, because one small mistake, you've lost 3 seconds, really. It's the issue of the track like this. It's difficult to stay consistent. So I'm expecting a lot more mistakes. We see a yellow flag as Vixel crashes again, breaking his wing, and unfortunately loses a lot of time. Absolute disaster for the Ferrari driver today, as his teammate also comes and pits for a new front wing, it seems. Also having wing damage, going onto a new set of medium compound tyres. Going to take these as far as he possibly can. As Mute, is that Mute? No, someone spun at turn 1, but they did live. Anyway, Cortez is now up into P8. Cortez, sorry, there are 2 of them. The Mercedes Cortez, getting himself up ahead of Mute, up into P8 now. Neil's also up in P7. These 2 seeming to have a bit of a tangle into turn 1, which we didn't catch on the broadcast. Anyway, just ahead, it seems the Williams driver has had a bit of an incident here, smacking into the wall. And now is losing out to Niels and soon to be Cortez and Mute, as he has no front wing.
Yeah, quite a few incidents. Mute spun on the curb, exit of turn 1 going into turn 2. As Max Cardle getting in the way of Cortez and Mercedes and Mute. No front wing for him, obviously. Not sure if he spun or if he had contact with Neil. I wasn't able to catch it. But quite a few mistakes, people struggling to stay consistent. Sort of what I expected, though.
Yeah, same here. I mean, Cortez already up into P7. That's 11 positions gained. Thomas Vink now coming into pit, along with Count Miley just behind, onto A fresh set of medium compound tyres hitting on lap 6, which is around the right window. I presume they'll be taking these tyres for a good 13 or so laps. Thomas Vink having wing damage and getting a wing change. This puts Count Muttley up into P1, which is fantastic for him. Because if he can just stay ahead of the Alfa Romeo driver, he can keep pole position. And with tyre wear and trying to keep the car at the wall, this could be very, very possible. As he taps the wall on the exit here. And his teammate Cortez on a completely different strategy today. And also showing lots of pace. Cortez could come in handy here for Count Muttley and possibly help him in getting the race win. So let's see what Count Muttley can do as Thomas Vink is in traffic behind Bam on the hard compound tyres. And quite a way back from Count Muttley now. This really hasn't gone his way. I didn't realise he went into the wall, but this has completely gone against Thomas Vink. It's going to be a large push here to catch back up to Count Muttley.
Yeah, he must have hit the wall somewhere. We've seen in his qualifying laps, he's really pushing limits, pushing track limits, getting close to walls, and that's just hit him really hard as he's now found himself 3.5 seconds behind Count Muttley, which is detrimental to his strategy and his race so far.
Yeah, I mean, the win for Count Muttley is looking very, very possible now, as he's been arguably managing to keep up with Thomas Vink there after losing a bit of a gap on the first couple of corners. He really managed to catch up the pace here, but Thomas Vink lighting up the timing streets of the purple sectors, really trying to push and gain that time back. And on the topic of Mercedes drivers, Cortez, do you think he can get himself up into them podium positions, or even look at contending with Thomas Vink, Count Muttley, Jesse and Arian up at the front?
I'd say a podium is definitely possible. A win might be out of the question. It's still early on. He's showing very good pace. To be fair, as he's spun, he's hit the wall.
He retires.
Cortez is out. As we are just talking about, so you could possibly get a podium. It's a safety car. Cortez oversteer at the exit, hits the wall. He's out of the Singapore Grand Prix. That's not going to be good for Count Muttley. Very good for Thomas Vink, as he's could be right behind his Mercedes rival now.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of the devil, of course, I can see we jinxed him a bit there. But we did say that Cortez might be being a little bit too overconfident. But it seems while battling with Niels, he got a bit of oversteer and just binned it in the wall. And that is his race over. His first race with DRL. Anyway, Vixel, 3 stops now. Really struggling. Getting lapped by Thomas Vink nearly. And lapping himself now. I want to see what happened to Vinky, who's retired. Anyway, yeah, as you said, this isn't very good for Count Muttley here. He's going to lose his gap to Thomas Vink. But at the same time, all the other drivers do have a free pit stop. I'm curious if any of them will dive into the pits, maybe for a new set of mediums for Arian here, maybe even the hards, and try and stretch them to the end. We'll see what he does here. I mean, he could even go on the softs, have a really good stint, and then go on to another set of mediums. So we'll have to see what he does here, as he gets a 5-second penalty for speeding. A very difficult pit entry. Anyway, Jesse going onto a fresh set of medium compound tyres, and Arian going onto the hards. So presumably trying to take these to the end.
Could be a possibility. The pit entry here is really weird because the marker and the line next to the marker is earlier than the actual line, which just doesn't make any sense. But a free pit stop for Jesse and Arian, as they're now ahead of Thomas, who's in the pits again. Whether it's front wing damage, I have no clue. But Thomas Vink's strategy is really going out the window now, as he's going on to the hard tires, it looks like.
Yeah, everybody here coming in for a free pit stop. Thomas Vink going out on the hards, presumably planning to take these to the end. Count Muttley staying out in the mediums, wanting to keep track position, are currently up into P2. We'll see if these two reunite later on in the race, as Count Muttley does have another pit stop. But it is very likely there will be another safety car, so this could very easily, with a little bit of George Russell-esque luck, could come into Count Muttley's favour. Anyway, thank you for the follow, Formula 1 UK. As a fellow Brit, I thank you for following. Welcome to the stream. We're currently on lap 8 of the DRL Singapore Grand Prix. Very exciting race so far. Lots of action. Quite a few crashes already, and quite a few pit stops. Is this the PC League? This is a PC League. We currently do not have any other leagues on PlayStation or Xbox. We have 2 groups, Tier A and Tier B, with quite a wide range of drivers, quite a lot of reserves, and a very high skill level. So, welcome. What time do you start on a Friday? Friday, this race started at 7:30. Includes short qualifying and a 50% race. Then we have a Tier B on a Saturday, same time. And then every couple of weeks we have an event of some kind. Normally starts at 7 p.m. And I think join the Discord, man. I'd suggest it. Plenty of people to talk to. Good laugh, good guys. And if you're ever looking for help in any way, shape or form, they're there for you. Jesse seems having disconnection issues, which might not work until I wanted to join the league too. Once you join the server, go to the website, go on the sign up page, and if you don't get in, you should get a DM with Arian and you can get in contact with him, possibly looking to get a spot for the league. Although I do believe we are currently full, so if you'd like to be a reserve, that's definitely very possible, and there are lots of reserve spots coming in and out every single week, so chances are if you're a reserve, you'd get to race nearly every single week, and sometimes twice a week if you're lucky enough. Yeah. Anyway, this is fantastic. Vixel, he's P4 track position, but he's P50. He's been lapped. Not looking like a very good race for him today. He's no assists too, so that's pretty nice. Give yourself a bit of that extra challenge. Question: if Vixel overtakes the safety car and goes to get lapped, will he get a penalty?
He does, yeah. It's really stupid. There's no mechanism in this game to let
oh, nice, yeah.
In
a couple of weeks, we're gonna get a F1 2022 tier. I think we should consider implementing a thing where if you're lapped, you're allowed to unlap yourself, providing you do it very safely. Take the penalty, and we'll get rid of it later.
I mean, the game doesn't even let you overtake the safety car if that happens, I don't think.
Really?
Like, it'll just cut your throttle.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I'm bloody excited for the new car. I'm quite excited. And it also means, hopefully, the league skill gap closes up a little bit. We see everybody kind of struggling. Anyway, here comes the safety car in this lap. Everybody now on the same level playing fields, all come in for fresh sets of tyres. The only one here not on fresh tyres is Count Muttley. So we'll see what he can do to fend off Jesse and Arian here. Thomas Fink's got quite a large challenge ahead of him. Got to look after these tyres, take them all the way to the end, but keep up the pace and clear the drivers in front of him. He's got to catch up to Count Muttley here, because I'm convinced there'll be another safety car yet for this race.
Yeah, Thomas being on the hards may hurt him if there's another safety car, because Muttley will have a pace advantage and would give him that extra stop he needs. So Thomas in a difficult place right now with some decently paced drivers ahead of him. Yeah.
The safety car comes in, and away we go. Count Muttley immediately going very defensive. But it seems Jesse didn't get as good of an exit as Count Muttley here, and he's got already a fantastic lead. Thomas Fink getting himself up past Niels in the Haas, pushing himself up into P6. Even on the hard compound tyres, he is still incredibly quick and getting incredibly good exits. Niels getting caught up by Bam ahead, but no DRS yet for another couple of laps, so that's going to be quite a struggle. Vixel, despite being lapped, struggling for pace, dropping down the order as his Ghost form. Luca Dude, Sharky on his tail, but he should be fine. His eyes are ahead, looking for Arian, who's not really been on the pace this whole session so far. He's really relied on getting that really good start, and I feel like he is going to get cleared by Luca as he's struggling on them hard compound tyres, which in my opinion really down the pace. And Mute has spun. Singapore things, eh? Now we need to keep a close eye on Luca dude here, as he is closing up to Arian rapidly, quicker into the corners and quicker on the exits. I don't think it'll be long until he clears him. That's a yellow flag. A bit of a pile up there. Someone spinning. No idea who.
Looked like it was Vexel and the Ferrari a lap behind.
Man.
Just spun on the exit.
Yeah, I mean, already, after one lap, there's already a large gap. Jesse and Count Muttley, a good 2 seconds up the road. Count Muttley really showing his pace today with a 40.1 and getting the fast lap of the session. Anyway, Thomas Fink also up there. Sharky spinning on the main straight, breaking his front wing. Not been the best luck for the Ferrari today. So Thomas Fink is up into P5 gates, and that is all right on Arian's gearbox, who did end up getting cleared by Luca Dude. As Arian's, just as you can tell, just struggling with pace here. Slow on the exits, slow on the entries. Not going to be difficult here for Thomas Fink to get past. Alright, I'll have a look, man. Thank you for signing up. Welcome to DRL, of course. Thomas Fink here. Oh, bollocks. I've been disconnected.
I did too.
Fuck. I'm joined back in already. But Arian, you can defend for 5 minutes longer, fam. You can do this. Exactly your bollocks. Yeah. I hope they fix these issues in F122.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, I can't get in, man. Fuck. Chat, this is scuffed. I'm sorry. Okay. This sucks. It just doesn't go our way. Really doesn't.
Right.
Am I in or am I out? What am I loading into, fam? Fucking hell. Bollocks or bollocks. The session you were trying to spectate is no longer available. Restart the game. Oh, it's a fucking loop. Cheers, Vixel. Much appreciated, guys. Right, you guys can, I don't know. You guys can have a look at the track map. It's pretty beautiful, right? It's a nice, quick, flowing circuit. Pretty sick. 23 corners. And an incredibly intense lap, I must say. Anyway, we're rejoining, lads. Technical difficulties on our end as my F1 game proceeds to crash again.
Oh no.
Thomas Fink probably ahead of Arian now. We're just kind of guessing. Because we see the future, my friends. Shh.
It's Thomas Vink. So I wouldn't
think
be
my
surprised.
racing fam. I thought you put on a great challenge. That's pretty quick. That'll get you like a pretty decent time, pretty decent position in qualifying. So yeah, that's pretty decent, man. You'd definitely be able to keep up with quite a few of the drivers. So yeah, I think you'd be a great fit. Would love to see you on the racetrack. I'm spectating anyway. Chat, we are back. Am I in yet? Come on, fam. What's the game doing to us? We're back in. Let's go. Sheesh. We're getting. I can't join. Fade, have you got back in?
Not yet.
It's come up with the same error every single time.
Have you closed out of the game and rejoined?
Yeah, I've closed out the game. Everything. So, chat. I'm happy to restart. Yeah, Arian's the guy to get in touch with. But
Same error.
Fuck. We might have to end the stream early then, right?
Yeah, maybe. Gotta love bug masters, man.
Chat, if it doesn't work, we'll find something else you guys to do. Maybe we'll move across to Arian and just watch from his POV. Yeah. I don't know, man. But the F1 game does hate us, apparently. So, yeah. Jesse sent me an invite. What a G. Love you. Joining session. Come on, chat. We can win this, guys. Me and you together, if we think hard enough, it will work.
If we use 100% of our brain power, it'll work.
I'm using the force. I am the one with the force, and it's one with me. And I saw it for a second, and oh no! Oh bollocks! Fam, does anybody in chat have any suggestions on like fixes?
No, the game just shut itself.
Fuck. Poll to restart. I'm determined to get in this fucking session. Chat will get in, don't worry. We need to know what's happened. As we see Lance Stroll going over the curb.
No.
No, chat, I have honestly no fucking idea. Is anybody able to get in? If someone's able to get in, we're going to invite them to the call and they can stream. Fuck. Chat, this is not where it's at. Did you hear in the UK origin? Did you hear on the new KFG's origin is to overlay the back? No, the black screen. I mean, it is a black screen because if I try and join, this doesn't work. It broke you guys.
The game's died.
Yeah, Zorotics basically. Spectator screen has died. This is nothing. It's out of my control. No one can spectate. So you get in, right? You're like loading complete. All right, you see the spectator menu for a split second, and then it says, "The session you are trying to join or spectate is no longer available." Fam, we're trying to run a professional esports league here, and this is not what we expect from Codemasters. Yeah, someone got a puncture, it's a glitch. Is there a way I can fix the glitch? Anyway. I guess not. Oh no. Oh no. Tell people to not go over 75%. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much, but is there a way I can fix it right now? Or am I stuck in this loop forever? And if so, should I stream something else? Wait, does Arian still stream it?
No clue.
If so, I'm gonna go raid him.
Good idea.
Yeah, alright, chat. I'm gonna go raid Arian. Since it's broken. When it's Group 2 tomorrow night at 7 PM, all streamed. Chat, thank you for watching the stream. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Codemasters sucks cock and balls. You're going to go watch from the perspective of our co-host, Arian Boy, who is currently our P2 in the champion standings. Good luck to see you. Yep, it'll be great. Bye-bye, guys. We're going to start the raid now. Everybody, follow him if you're not subscribed to him already. Get on the raid now. Tell him Codemasters, so hashtag Codemasters. Are a shit dev company and they make dog shit games. Alright, bye guys. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Fucking hell.